Boop.
He's right. We need to end this already. The killer, in the end, there's no mistake that it was Pekka all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Oh, we're doing the comic. Closing argument time. So hopefully I understand this a little better now. Okay. So Maharu told her to meet her and they overheard this. So what have we got here? We've got killer dropped the lemon flow, killer went inside the surfboard case, Hiyoko wakes up, Akane's covered in blood, the tear-soaked sprint in the beach house. Okay. So none of that is... Okay. Whereabouts is this? Okay, so what we've got? We've got... Go to the first one to arrive at the beach house was... Okay, so we haven't got those ones yet. Why did the killer leave next to the body? The mask. Okay, now then time to wash with the blood. Where should I hide? So they hide in the surfboard case. The first one who found the body was... Yoko waking up? Okay. And then... Wait, they haven't dropped the gummy though. In the closet after Hiyoko ran away. Oh yeah, because it's after she ran away, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Maharu arrives at the beach house. Yes. And so then Hiyoko arrives at the beach house. Big piece of evidence. She leaves. Okay. What ones have we not done yet? Of the morning of the Maharu met. We haven't got that. Okay, left next to the body. Yes. The mask. Why did they leave the mask? I guess she just took it off. Yoko's still sleeping. Plastic water ball, then what? Grab the plastic water balls to wash off. Tie the bandage sword to the bag. Last stop. Okay, so what have we not done? Maharu met. Huh. In order to learn them, 2 letters.
Here's everything that
Oh, okay,
happened
so
in
we're
this
done.
case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hiyoko.
It's always wild that they do this on the day of the murder. So, it's impressive, isn't it?
Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome murder case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m.
Wait a second, what did... I guess it is... No, it certainly is Pego at this point. I'm still like...
By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately.
They both come at different times.
Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later.
Yeah, they still haven't talked about the
At 2:30 p.m.,
the
Mahiru arrived at the
the
beach
body
house.
discovery announcement anymore. So Fuyuhiko has to have gone down and seen it, or been involved in some way, or he did it and Peko didn't, or something crazy like that.
She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime.
Oh
The
dear.
bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body.
The water bottles.
They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator.
Yup. They washed
We can
themselves
assume
off.
They carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In
Smart.
place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house.
That's a bit harsh. I mean, it must be from the fact that her best friend just got killed in front of her. Well, is found dead in front of her.
Because of that, she left
She's
footprints
been
in the
drugged.
sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route.
I don't know why they couldn't have just left through there and just wiped away their footprints. It's
The small
sand.
window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened.
Oh yeah, she brought food, didn't she?
But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
I see. And what of it? She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of. What are you saying? You killed Mahiru! Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me. Whatever.
I love the little
Let's hurry up and vote so we
faces.
can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
Did she not do it or
There's no
something?
way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive,
Oh.
you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all.
Oh my
And
god.
save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable. A few sacrifices? Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste. I can't stand her anymore! Let's vote already and execute her! However, before we do that...
Sonya will think about it, won't she?
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
Is there an issue with it? Does Sonya would notice an issue because she knows so much about Sparkling Justice. Is she not Sparkling Justice?
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Okay, so I assume she was. This is all very interesting. I feel like there's going to be a lot after this trial. Okay, so it was Peko. I imagine Sonya's got something to say then. Class trial over.
Can we please have a little more time?
Yes! Ah, interesting.
Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Yeah, Sonya, come on. You can't be ahead of the vote screen. Come on. At the end screen. I thought they were going to do a fake out where he would be doing his speech and she would cut him off. I thought once it went to the roulette, I was like, oh, okay. I guess it is her.
Continue
Yeah.
our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely
Yeah,
strange.
it is. There is something off about this. Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However,
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Peko is really Sparkling Justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That fruit mission doesn't show the black, it shows who they voted for. The blacking is only confirmed by Monokuma afterwards. Oh, but it says, I've assumed if all the money comes out, it's like, oh, you were right. Yeah, she would love, she loves a lot of true crime back then.
that makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about Sparkling Justice and Peko, right?
I don't remember what we know about her, about Sparkling Justice.
You know, Sonia described Sparkling Justice like this.
You weren't. Oh no, you were.
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that
Did you get the
shines in
quote
night
wrong?
sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
Did you get the quote wrong? What the heck was that? That is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase. I read it in a magazine library. I did say earlier that she was the only one who was there when we were in the library, wasn't she? I think it was Peko. That was written in the native language, so I tried translating it. I see, so that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Peko. Nationality?
I see. That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
I guess it's implying that she knows Japanese really well then.
if she had a translator, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Oh, okay. We're all speaking in English. We're all working in English. Okay.
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
Spanish.
From Spain?
I did not think Spain was going to come up in this. Yeah, it's misleading, but it's only results of the vote. Okay, that's fair. I assumed it was like, it was the results of the vote, but it was like, it would only do the animation if you want. So I was ready for it to be like, Pego! Or Mexico, or Guatemala, or any other Spanish-speaking nation, but saying along those lines, yeah, Nakamura. Yeah, it's a good point. It could be Mexican or anything, you know. All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Peko, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
They did double fake me. They did do
Or,
it.
if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you
She's
try
got a little bit of
saying
an
that
accent.
catchphrase
Maybe
in
she's Spanish.
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Tsuhiko did it.
Uh-huh. Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Huh?
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool. Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I did have a sneaking
Like I
suspicion
know.
all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Tsuhiko.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to
I
remember.
don't know it. Proof that there was one more person at the scene of crime. Body discovery now. Yeah, yeah.
Are you talking about the body discovery?
It was
announcement?
Tsuhiko, right? He was really shaken. And he's
Yep,
been defending
That's
Peko.
right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not? Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body.
I'm waiting for this to be part of it.
And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but
I see. That leaves us one person short.
How did they all know it went off before we got there?
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
We know that. None of them should know that.
plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible
Maybe I
with his
mentioned.
own
Maybe he
rules.
mentions it.
That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Huh?
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Mm-hmm. Who could it be? Maybe it's Fuyuhiko, who I've gone the wrong way around to get to.
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
Presumably Hajime and Kazuichi told everyone during the bit where they ran across. I guess. It's a little bit of a plot hole, I think. Unless they do mention it and we missed it. Maybe there's a subtle reference to it. You know, I'm obviously going to let it slide. But yeah. I mean, fair.
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
Yes, because... No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that too. The photos. Ending prize. Yeah, that's the photos.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but... There's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first received the ending prize.
Oh, I forgot he had an envelope! Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up! What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
Oh, he's sweating, look at that.
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted.
That's why I told you. You're all too late.
Oh no!
As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long
So
as
she
I
did
am a
it,
tool,
but she was told to
I
do it, and so she
cannot
will probably be right.
follow my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
It was him, but
No.
also I don't think it counts.
I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
What?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts!
What?
No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
Imagine if they're being entirely literal rather than metaphorical though. Fuyuhiko just picking up Peko and swinging her like a bat at Maharu. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just like bonk.
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being.
Yeah.
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma.
Oh my god.
The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
Oh my. Wow, I really screwed over the second phase. B? Yeah.
I'm in a bind. And what a bind it is.
Oh, the pressure's on. To be funny.
I
I'll
guess
try my
for
best.
now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
So, what's gonna happen?